Let's start on our backs. With breathing, bring your hands to the crease of your hips, straighten your elbows and walk your shoulders away from your pelvis. And then level your pelvis. Reach your arms out, lift your head, lengthen it out, lay it back down. Take a big inhale, feel your belly rise, ribs go wide, and then your collarbones rise, 3-part breath. Exhale with a ha sound. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale. With the ha sound, you feel your abdominal wall cinch up from the back to the front, and the belly draws towards the spine as a result. On your next exhale, you'll start with the ha and then close the lips, still making the ha sound at the back of your throat. And that's the ujjayi breath that we'll use throughout this hour. So you can still hear the noise. You can hear it on the exhale. You can actually hear the noise on the inhale as well. So the abdominal wall works throughout your breathing. Shoulders are broadening. Lengthen out your legs. Bring your right arm up to the sky, your left arm overhead. Inhale, exhale, chin towards your left shoulder. Cross your right leg over the top and try to roll up to your hip. Inhale, exhale, let your low body go, and then use your abs to roll the upper body down. Switch, left arm up, left leg over. Exhale, chin to your shoulder and roll. Reach with the upper body, low body stays limp. Inhale at the top, exhale, let the low body go. You can either use the ha sound or the ujjayi, they're the same thing. Ujjayi breath, pull, 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 and stack. If this is straining on your neck, you can always support your head with your hand. Release. Bend your knees, level your pelvis, traction your low back. Lengthen your neck. Inhale, right foot goes up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, lower. If it takes you 5 counts on your inhale, use 5 counts on your exhale. Try to make your breath longer. If you can go to 7 counts, 7 count exhale. And switch. Make sure the pelvis is not rocking. It stays very, very still. If you need to put your hands on your pelvis to make sure that happens, do so. Belly pulls towards the navel. Spine stays in neutral and still. Moving into a bridge pose, touch your heels. Let your arms go. Lift your pelvis. Lengthen out the back of your neck. Your feet are pressing forward towards the front edge of your mat. Feel your body grounding down to the center of the earth, down to the iron core. The earth has an iron core. It's about the size of the moon, and it's rotating. And you're going to anchor down to it. It rotates slightly faster than the earth itself, and that creates all of the magnetic fields on the planet. So it allows your compass to work. It creates the aurora borealis. Feel your feet grounding down to it. From your tailbone, feel anchors and chains coming down your legs, down your feet, down, out through your feet, down to the iron core. From your tailbone, up the spine, down through the shoulders and arms and back of the head. Anchor through the arms and head. Press your head down towards the earth. Give it about a 50% push. Strengthening your neck. Know that you are here on this planet, anchored to the iron core. Release down. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Your bones are not connected to one another like puzzle pieces. They're merely floating near each other, and they're stabilized in place by straps of ligaments and muscles. If the bones touch, you will experience pain. If the nerves that thread through the soft tissues get pinched, you'll experience pain. If any of the soft tissues are getting squeezed or rubbed, you'll experience pain. If the pain goes on long enough, then the mind will get depressed, and the spirit or the observer will become absorbed in the depression. Then you're in trouble, my friend. The body, the mind, and the spirit are mesmerized and even tortured by the pain. You're in the present moment, but the moment has become non-productive. So never press into pain. Pain is always counterproductive. Pain disturbs the mind. If you feel pain, then you're rubbing, pinching, or squeezing something that wants space. In some theories, space is the 9th dimension, and today we're going to create it. The organs like space too. The lungs need it to expand, the heart needs it to beat, and the gut needs it to perform its duties. Probably the most important place that needs space is the low back. The discs and the nerves of the lumbar spine are notorious for getting pinched and crushed. A close second is the shoulder joint. Not only must we have space, but it must be stable space, like the stars in the sky. They have plenty of space, but they are stable enough to navigate by. Your joint stability is going to come from equal muscle strength on all sides of the joint and from working on keeping the bones centered in their joint. In yoga, we practice this way so that the brain will repeat the safe patterns throughout your day. If you're a very tight person, creating balanced space will be your focus. If you're a very loose person, stability will be your focus. You must have space and stability in equal proportions. You will create them both today and every day you do yoga. I am your guide today, but you will be doing all the work. Are you with me? Sitting back into a child's pose. Arms come overhead, interlace your fingers together and drop your head. Lift your wrists. If the bottoms of your feet are tight, you might want to curl the toes under. Just give them a stretch. Now the back of the right hand goes down. And then you're going to move your hands to the right. About 45 degrees. Inhale, and as you exhale, press your hips towards your feet. Use the Ujjayi breath. Belly tightens on the exhale. Come back to center. Left hand comes down, right hand up. Move to the left. Make it loud. Breathe into your low back, your mid back, your upper back. Feel your ribs. Tightening the top elbow, that'll give you more of a stretch. Release, come back to center. Look forward, come full force. Walk your feet up. Each other to help you rise up. Take a big inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Flatten back. Exhale down. Left foot steps, knee lowers. Inhale, arms overhead. Draw your right sitting bone towards your back inner thigh to square your pelvis. Draw your navel in and up. Exhale down. Knees down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale down. Elbows in. Downward dog. Left foot comes up between the hand. Lower the right knee. Inhale, arms rise. Big deep breathing. Draw the belly in. Pull the left sitting bone back and in. And sink until your knee is above your toenails. Exhale, hands down. Inhale back. Knees down, always. Elbows in, come down. Belly up, pubic bone down. Toes reach, rise up into a low cobra. Hands pull towards your feet. Exhale down, elbows in, down. Your feet up. Inhale, Utkatasana, pretend you're sitting into a chair. Exhale down. Inhale, flat back. It goes back. Drop the knee. Lunge. Big. Toes wide, fingers wide. Exhale down. Plank, knees down, elbows in, they graze the rib cage. And you're gonna rise up, chin scrapes the Adam's apple, and then unfurl the neck. Exhale, lower down. Down dog. Right foot comes up. Exhale. Knees down, lower down. Cobra. Slowly lower down for the butt. So you're going to ground your low body, bring your legs together, arms out to the side, looking down. Your forehead can touch or slightly lifted, belly up, pubic bone down. Fingers spread, toes spread. Breathe like you mean it. Hands under shoulders, breathing cobra. Spread your toes, elbows tucked in tight, belly up. Inhale as you rise. Lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Start with a medium-sized cobra. As you exhale and lower, your ribs are reaching away from your pelvis. Rise up, chin scrapes Adam's. Exhale, low ribs move away from pelvis, middle ribs move up and away from low ribs, away from middle ribs. Continue that pattern. Elbows keep grazing the ribs. Breathe like you mean it. Onto all fours. Right foot's going to come up between the hands. Back to your lunge. Hands down. Standing splits. So the back foot comes up, your head dangles. There's traction. On the standing leg, slight bends. You're not locking. Toes are floating. No gripping. Lower the foot. Press your feet apart as you rise up into a warrior two. Find a good stance here. Back foot turns in 45 degrees. Look forward. Retract your head. Fingers make a blade. And look over your ring finger. The front knee needs to open up. So if the right knee moves right, press into the ball of the big toe on the front. Press into your back outer heel. Left glute contract, so your back glute is contracting. And your right sitting bone is moving towards your back inner thigh. Try to level your pelvis. Back foot comes to the front foot. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Look forward, retract your head. Look over the front ring finger. Actually, let's set the arms better. Pretend your arms are on water. Lift them, turn the palms in, and then straighten the elbows. Flip down from the wrists. Ujjayi breathing. Float your toes, press into the back outer heel. Bring your hands down to the floor. Back foot goes up into a standing split. Drop your head. Unlock the standing knee. Toes float. Ujjayi. Down, right lunges. Hands back to a cobra. This is going to be a high cobra. Belly button up, pubic bone down to create some space in the lumbar. We've got to give the lumbar a millimeter of space between those vertebrae. Elbows in tight, hands under shoulders. Inhale as you rise as high. Moving away from pelvis. Inhale, rise. Make sure you're using your back equally on both sides. Your toes under. Press up from your knees. Plank. Walk your feet up. Bend your knees. Push your feet apart to help you rise up. Step wide out into a horse stance. Feet are turned out. Bend your knees. Your knees always point in the direction of your second toes. Pull your belly in. Place your hands on your hip crease and push. Straight elbow. Traction on the back. It also helps you get a little lower because you need the legs as a shelf. Arms out to the side. Right elbow under left. Hands together. Inhale as your arms rise. Exhale as they lower. Inhale, rise. Release, turn your feet in, interlace behind your back, hinge forward, drop your head. Lift your hands away from your waistline. Neck goes into traction. Lift your tail up towards the sky. As your hands move towards the earth. Feel the low back go into traction as well. Bending your knees, press your feet away from each other. Roll up through your spine, inhaling. Turn your feet back for horse stance. Build the traction in your spine. Straighten your elbows. Get your ribs away from your pelvis. Left elbow under right. Backs of the hands together, or you can bring the palms together. Anywhere along this path where the arms works. Inhale as the arms rise. Exhale as they lower. Toes float. Belly in. Tail anchors down to the iron core. Release, straighten, turn the left foot in, right foot out for Trikonasana. Palms down, reach forward, windmill your arms. Retract your head. look up. Belly in. Feet anchoring into the iron core. Hand reaching up into the stars. Lengthen the torso on the lower body. Close the front low ribs together. Bring your top hand down, downward dog. Bring your knees down first, elbows in. Your arms are like railroad tracks from your middle finger to your elbow to your shoulder. Drop your head into neck traction and then lift your knees. Elbows stay bent. Elbows stay bent and together as if you're squeezing a beach ball. Neck is in traction. Ujjayi. Tail up, feet and hands grounding to the iron core. Left foot's going to come up between the hands for triangle. Press your feet apart to rise. Palms down. Reach forward. Windmill your arms. Unlock your front knee. Retract your head and look up. Shoulders roll out. Lengthen your lower torso. No pressure on that front foot. You can be anywhere on the leg. Stay away from your knee joint with your bottom hand. And don't put any pressure on the knee joint. Breathe like you mean it. Reach up into the stars. Bend your front knee. Bring your top hand down. Downward dog. Deep breathing. Walk your feet up for standing bow. Bend your knees. Press apart. Roll up through your spine, inhaling. Build your mountain pose. The belly comes in. This is ideal posture. Lift your ribs away from your waist. Retract your head back on top of your spine and knit your low ribs together and down like you're putting them in your pockets. Now bend your right knee. Bring your foot to your hand. The hand must be on the inside of the foot to protect your shoulder. Knees together. Left arm out in front. Float the toes. Slight bend to the standing knee. If you want to go deeper, you move your knee to the back until you feel the stretch. And deeper than that, you hinge at the left hip. Press your foot into your hand. Make a blade. Try to level your pelvis. Release. Other side. Belly in. Tail anchors to the iron core. Retract your head. Stack your bones. Ribs knit together. Then the left foot comes up. Knees together. Make a blade. Toes float. Knee unlocks. Move the knee back. Hinge at your right hip. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Drop your head. Right foot steps back for extended side angle. Right arm to the inside. Goes up. Retract your head and look up. Press into the back, outer heel. Bring the hand to the shoulder and then shoot it up by your ear. Close the front low ribs. Release. Back foot comes to the front foot back. Elbow to the inner knee. Arm goes up. Tail points towards your back heel. Stack your shoulders. Make a blade with the hands. Lower your hips. Lengthen your lower torso. Bring your chin to your shoulder like you're looking at a fly. Hand comes to the shoulder and then shoot it overhead. Ujjayi. Release, hands down, knee down, sit back. Bring your hands to the bottoms of your feet, tuck your head. Press your feet into your hands and pull your spine back. Walk your heels forward 2 inches. Again, push and pull. Belly in. Ujjayi, breathe deeply into your back. Heels out 2 or 3 more inches. Lower down. Push and pull. Heels all the way out, push and pull. And if you can't reach your toes, that's fine. Any body part works. Or you can also put a belt around your feet and hold it. Push into your hands. Round the spine like a Halloween cat. And release, roll up. Slowly lower down. Right knee over left. Drop your knees to the right. Let your whole body go with your legs. Knees touch. The left knee is grounded down to the iron core. Left arm goes straight up and then drop it open to a T. Your right ear is on the floor. Press your right ear down. About 50% pressure. And then float your left arm to a Y. And then back to a T. Just float in this area. Feel the stretch across the pec and move where you're tight. Hang out where you're tight. Still using the ujjayi. Using the abs to lift the knee, you're going to switch sides. Left knee over right. Roll your knees all the way down. Knee touches, right arm up. And then open up. Left ear down, press the head. Float the right arm. Ujjayi. Using the abdominals to lift the legs. Dead man's pose. Feet come to the corners of your mat. Turn your palms up. Let your whole body go. Drop your jaw. Release around your eyes and around your mouth. Feel your cheeks sink down to the ground. Let your throat soften. Your shoulders let go. Release down your arms all the way to your fingertips. Drop your jaw. Your tongue widens and softens. Throat softens. Belly lets go. Glutes spread like jelly. Thighs release. Kneecaps float. Calves let go. Feet surrender. Back of your neck. Gather up all your thoughts about the past, set them on a cloud, let them float away. Gather your thoughts about the future, set them on a cloud, let them float away. They'll come back later. Affirm the past does not exist. The future does not exist. Only this moment in time is real. Be here. As thoughts float up, and they will, just let them float away. wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take a big inhale, reach your hands above your head and stretch. And as you exhale, roll to your right. And then put your way up to a seated position that you like. If this is difficult, sit on a block or blankets. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Choose 3 blessings that are in your life and give thanks. As you exhale, lower your ego mind below your compassionate heart in reverence.